Hello, everyone, and greetings to you all from I am Suzanne of Suzanne Strauss Speaks. It is a great opportunity to get to come and speak to you today, and I just want to talk to you about something pretty interesting. I'm not sure if many of you are like me, taking some time to catch up on the Senate confirmations that are going on in our country this week, but there's been some very interesting interviews, and I haven't confirmations. I actually haven't had an opportunity to watch them all, but the ones that I did have an opportunity to watch, I'm just kind of sitting there and I'm just kind of thinking to myself, we have to take our Senate elections a little bit more serious than we do. I think we put more emphasis on our presidential election, and then in our local states, it may be the governor, and then it may be the mayor. But the people who are really speaking on our behalf and on behalf of our state are the senators. And it's crucial that we take more time to pay attention to the Senate records, what their views are, and see how those views align. First of all, I'm a Christian, so they have to align with God. And then they need to align with your personal beliefs. And I think many times when we vote in elections, whether it's our local election or our national election for our president, or as a nation for our president, we focus on the person, the personality. And for the most part, many of us focus on our particular party. And you really have to ask, yourself, what am I really voting for? And how important is it to me, my family, the generations to come, and the rest of the people? And it's so interesting that, many people jumped on the bandwagon with this election because they were really fired up about building a wall and, and all the other things that came along with that presidential election. But many of those people who voted for that candidate and that party, putting that party in charge, didn't realize that, or they forgot that the Affordable Care Act is one of the biggest things that's on the table. Now, I'm like many of you, there may be some factors of the Affordable Care Act, or as they coin it, Obamacare. You don't realize that there are some things that we'll agree with and some things that we don't. But for the most part, I'm a firm believer that all Americans should be able to have affordable health care. And if our nation was not so greedy, and our shareholders and stockholders and all those folks that make money off of insurance and medicines and things of that nature, if they weren't so greedy, healthcare would be affordable for everyone, maybe even free, as it is in some other countries, especially in some European countries. And so these people voted, I'm not going to single them out. There are people that voted for one particular thing. There are people that voted for the candidate because they wanted a wall. There are people that voted for the candidate because they want to bring a specific industry back. I mean, coal, I don't know how promising that is for that to come back, but, we'll see. There are many people that voted to protect their money because they're business owners and they have stocks and they have bonds and mutual funds and things of that nature. And everybody voted for one particular thing. And then they forgot about everything else. And so now there are many Americans who voted for the candidate to take the seat, the helm in less than 48 hours for one particular thing. And now they're wondering, what are they going to do about health care? What are they going to do about this and what are they going to do about that? And it's very important, and it is crucial to the democracy, not only just of our country, but just the democracy of the legacies that will come behind us. The decisions that we make are very important. And I think that we make, we put more emphasis on who's going to win Academy Awards or People Choice Awards, and those that are into sports, they're picking Madden teams and the fantasy football and things of that nature. But as I'm watching these confirmations and I'm listening to some of the questions that these senators are asking, it's important that they're asking questions that we would want to ask if we were on that hill. So I just want to get folks to thinking about decisions and how they impact our country and how they impact your city and how they impact your families. When you think about Medicare, Medicare may not be important to me right now, at the age of 50, but there are millions of Americans who depend on Medicare. We all have parents who are aging, and they're depending on Medicare for hospital care, doctor care, prescriptions, and all kinds of things. So, just think about these things as we go to the polls the next time. So I hope that you found this information insightful, and I just want to get you to think. I'm not here to change your mind. I just want to get you to think. So take care and make it a great one. Bye-bye.